Start your day with Morning Edition and wind it down with All Things Considered, only on KPBS. From global headlines to local stories, stay informed, inspired, and connected. Tune in daily or listen anytime at kpbs.org.
Welcome in San Diego. It's Andrew Bowen in for Jade Hindman. On today's show, November is National Hip Hop History Month. And if you didn't know, San Diego has a thriving hip hop scene. We'll get into it with a local artist and promoter. This is KPBS Midday Edition, connecting our communities through conversation. November marks National Hip Hop History Month, and San Diego's hip hop scene and community is continuing to thrive and make its mark on the culture. Here to break it all down is Ric Scales. He's a local hip hop artist, curator, and promoter. A longtime staple in the scene, he represents one half of the hip hop duo 18 Scales. He also co-founded and co-hosts the monthly hip-hop and R&B showcase, Slappin Hands. And Ric joins me in the studio now. Welcome to Midday Edition.
What's going on? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, glad you're here. So in a few words, how would you describe San Diego's hip-hop scene?
San Diego's scene is very diverse. Like anything that you want as it pertains to hip-hop exists here. Like all the subgenres, like everything's here. Like all the elements, break-in, DJing, graffiti, and MCing, it's all here.
And you've been in San Diego for about 2 decades now, right?
Yeah.
So take me back to the beginning, how you landed here and how you got your start in hip-hop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was connecting with this artist by the name of Bless Brando from this crew called The Live Show, and he pretty much convinced me to come out here. And I came out here and I loved it. Like I immediately fell in love with the city. It's seen the people in it, and I just decided to never leave.
And why did you decide that? What do you love about it?
Everything. First and foremost, California burritos. That was the first thing I did when I got off the plane. They're like, you never had real Mexican food before. And I was like, yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? But just the scene is so diverse. There's so many different types of people, and there's so much love out here. Like, people are so, like, kind and real, you know? And there's just so much to see. Like, every facet of art exists out here, and it's just beautiful to be a part of it.
What got you into making music in the first place?
I was just always a fan of music in general. Like, whether I rapped or didn't, I was always going to do something musical. Like, you know, I grew up on, like, soul music, Stevie Wonder being, like, my first favorite artist. And, like, yeah, it was just something I was always going to do, and then it just turned out that hip-hop was something that started to resonate with me at a young age, and then I started to realize that I could do it, and so I just kind of leaned into it.
And how would you describe your hip-hop sound?
It varies, but if you're a fan of, say, like, Slum Village, The Roots, Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, Boot Camp Click, like that 90s, like, golden era style mixed with, like, that, like, neo-soul, like, kind of energy, yeah.
I love Tribe.
Yeah,
it's a great one. Yeah,
that was, I think, the song that kind of turned me out to be like a hip hop head was Award Tour. Yeah.
So last time you were on KPBS, you took part in our Influential series, where you made a playlist of the songs that inspired you. You mentioned Stevie Wonder already. Who are some of the artists who have shaped you and your music today?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. Like, I could literally sit here forever. Busta Rhymes is one of my all-time favorites. There's so much. Like I said, Slum Village, that's a really big one for me. The Roots. People Under the Stairs is one of my favorite groups of all time. Like, I know a lot of people don't know. They're a really dope group from Los Angeles. Rest in peace, Double K. But I've always been a fan of them since before I moved to California. And, the cadences, people that lean into, like, cadences and rhyme schemes as well as content. Like, those are big influences for me.
Talk more about that, cadences and rhyme schemes.
So cadences is, like, the rhythm in which you speak. And then, I've always felt like the people that can mix, like, having, like, quality content with having, like, quality cadences and rhyme schemes, like, those are always the best artists. You think of, like, the Eminems, the Busta Rhymes, like, those are people that are known for, like, they're gonna dead in the middle of Little Italy and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like big pun. You know what I'm saying? Like those type of things.
There are a lot of places where hip-hop artists in San Diego can get their feet wet. There's the Battle Pot at Casbah.
BattleBot.
Yeah, and can you talk about some of those pivotal spots, those locations where artists got together and made a name for themselves?
Yeah, so BattleBot is now, it's not going on. They've been talking about bringing it back. I've been trying to, DJ Artistic, if you're listening, please. DJ Root, come on, bring it back. But it was a monthly event where there would be MC battles, like freestyle, DJ battles, break battles, you know, with the break dancers and whatnot, and producer battles, like all in one night, like straight tournaments. And it was happening every month, and it did so much for the scene because there's so many people that came in and got their feet wet and like made a name for themselves, myself being one of them. There are producers like Gemini and Ray Reezy that like became friends on the stage battling each other, like playing beats, like b-boys coming from all over the world to battle there. You know what I'm saying? Like it was really a beautiful time. Like,
you must have some good stories from those nights.
So many.
Any come to mind right now? No. Okay. All right. Fair enough. How about now? Well, where would you say the hip hop scene in San Diego is happening now? Where can people go if they want to check it out?
The main shows that are going on right now, Hip Hop Weds is making its return. It was a show that was run by my man Kali. He used to do it at the AC Lounge every week, and now he's doing it every couple months back at the Casbah. The next one is December 14th, and it's going to be all local showcase. I think Shan Black is the headliner, a really dope local artist that's been climbing the ranks. And Shan Black and his cousin Milky Wayne, they throw Milky Wayne Presents. Matter of fact, this Saturday at the Black Cat Bar, and it's going to be a really great show. Local, he incorporates local artists and artists from out of town as well. So it's dope because it's like helping build the scene in that way. I throw sessions by the Bay at San Diego's first legal cannabis lounge, consumption lounge, every second Saturday. But this month we're doing it on the 28th. We're throwing a birthday party for Noah James, who is an artist from the IE, like really influential artist, great person, like very motivational, like the most aggressively positive music you'll ever hear in your life, you know. But yeah, there's always something going on. And there's so many like scattered like one-off shows that are happening because everybody has their own little circles that they're trying to put on. And if you follow any underground San Diego hip hop artist and follow the people that surround them, like you're definitely going to find there's no shortage, you know?
So I mentioned it's National Hip Hop History Month.
Absolutely.
How are you thinking about the hip hop or the history of hip hop today and how it influences your work today?
For me, it's literally everything. Like my whole life revolves around it. You know what I'm saying? Like all of my friends are rappers. Shout out to all my friends are rappers. My man Cali K Fresh, what up though? Like yeah, all my friends are rappers, producers, musicians, poets. Like you know, like it's completely shaped my life, and I'm super grateful for it. Hip hop is so much more than what it gets made out to be in mainstream media. Like I know people. I'm still meeting people today that don't know that there's positive hip hop that exists. Like there's even there's a lot of gospel rap here in San Diego, and some of the gospel rappers are better than like everybody else. Like shout out John Keith, like he's a monster, and he's literally out there rapping for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But like yeah, I love hip hop. Like it's my everything.
You released an EP a couple months ago.
Yes,
the title isn't exactly radio friendly, but let's call it F. Ric Scales.
Yeah.
Talk about what went into this EP and the inspiration behind it.
So it's probably my most personal project. It's literally about growth and like my experiences. Like I have a song that I ended out with called Growth Spurts, and it's literally about my son and the way that I've experienced love through stages of my life, like as a child, as a man, and then as a father, you know? I have a song called In the House, which features my dad, and he's like singing the background vocals, like very doo-wop style. And I'm just talking about like times in life where I was like very irresponsible and having to learn to be more responsible and hold myself accountable. And then the first song is called Supposed to Be, and basically doing a sarcastic apology to people that attempted to do me wrong in life, and also to that inner hater inside myself that's held me back, and like things of that nature. So it was just that kind of thing. All of it was produced by Chuck Moon, who is my collaborator on 18 Scales. And I'm super geeked that he let me push it that direction in such a personal manner. It was my first like legitimate solo release, but it's still technically an 18 Scales project,
And you have music coming out with your group, the Soul Disciples.
Mm-hmm.
We actually have an exclusive track. This track is called Friend or Foe.
Friend or Foe, yes, sir.
What's the use of sitting playing victim? Yeah, weaponize my mind, I'm toting big guns. Yeah, frontin' on my love cause you don't get none. Yeah, ain't no extra.
So tell us the story behind this song and how we see elements of your style in it.
So Soul Disciples is a group that started, Seiji from the reggae band Boostive, he's the bass player. I met him through a friend named Amal. We started working together, and it eventually became a group. My man Ray Jones from Skate Mafia, he joined, and then my brother Cobrady, who's here with us, he joined up too. And the song was just like any other song I do, it just comes from aspects of my life and what I've experienced. And like in the chorus, I'm saying, ain't no extra life, you only get one. What's the use of sitting playing victim? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's coming from a perspective of like, yeah, like, again, like talking to the inner hater, you know what I'm saying? Like, where I started off, let me jump in my station. I've been doing my thing for way too long. All my people been patient, but we getting too grown. Lame folks too on. All my folks been waiting. I've been too busy overanalyzing stuff that I've been creating. Like, I don't run up on stages, make Emmer efforts bounce to the cadence. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like basically like being like, yo, you can't sit around and just wait for it. You have to go get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you've done a lot to highlight other artists. You're not just a rapper, you're a promoter, a curator.
Absolutely.
Slappin Hands is one of your outlets. Can you talk about that and why it's so important to you to shine a light on other artists, especially here in San Diego?
Yeah, so I've always felt like throughout this scene, a lot of venues don't give us like the same stuff that they give other genres and things of that nature. And it's like, I decided to take the little bit of popularity or whatever you want to call it that I have to use it to help other artists in the way that I was helped by people like DJ Artistic and Tram Life and DJ L, like No Sucker DJ's crew, like Live Show, like all that. So like just doing what they did for me and for other people. So being able to lock in a venue every month and charge and be able to put money in artists' pockets. A lot of shows out here, people don't get paid or they have to sell tickets in order to do the bigger shows, which doesn't necessarily happen like that as often with other genres. So being able to try and move out of that space in a place where we're looked at more professionally and we're accepted and respected, as well as being able to try and help unify, the scene through bringing artists that would otherwise not be in front of each other, and like pushing like the idea of, like we're all here like to grow together. Like that's why I call it Slappin Hands. Slappin Hands is applause, or it's like dapping somebody up, like that sort of thing. So that's the kind of line we're pushing. We're just trying to help,
Your music is not on Spotify, is that right? Or is it streaming platforms?
The 18 Scales music is on Spotify.
Okay.
The Ric Scales album is on Bandcamp.
Okay. And so can you talk about that platform? Like I know a lot of artists have feelings about how much they're paid or whether or not it's really worth it to be on streaming.
Absolutely. It's very predatory for artists. I feel like Spotify has definitely been a bad thing, but also a good thing because, it's an exposure thing, right? But, like Oregon Trail, you can die from overexposure. You know what I'm saying? But like, you make nothing. You have to get a certain amount of spins to even collect money, like, and you could get 1 million spins and still be broke. Whereas like Bandcamp, I put the album up, I name my price, or I put the price at, for the EP is $5. There's only 5 songs. Most of the songs are like 1 to 2 minutes. Put the album out for $5, and but people can pay whatever they want. And you'd be surprised what people will pay you because they mess with your music. You know what I'm saying? So I made more money in the past couple months off this project than I ever would have doing the same numbers or streaming, like by a ridiculous margin. And I feel like with everything that's going on with Spotify and what they're backing and what they're showing us that they stand for, I just didn't feel good about putting it on that platform. But I am going to bring it to streaming. And I think I'm going to make it a clean version and change the title to FRS.
All
you know
right.
what I mean? So y'all can just figure it out for yourselves.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
What keeps you hopeful about the future of San Diego hip hop?
Going out to these shows and seeing what's out there and watching people climb up the ranks. There's people like Illish Chill, he's getting better all the time. Sham Black, Ray Riley is absolutely amazing and a really prime example of how to look professional and like get the numbers and put out quality music and not sell out. You know, there's all types of jam sessions where you can go to the Fam Jam at the Mission Bay Resort on first Mondays. See what I did there? And but you can go there and there's like tons of musicians and singers and artists. There's so much out here that there's never a drought on inspiration.
Yeah.
know?
And if someone's not already tapped in, what do you want people to know about San Diego's hip hop scene?
We need your support. We need it. Like if you love hip hop and you love your city, know that there's hundreds of really amazing artists out here that want to be heard, and you're gonna want to hear them. Like Odessa Kane, by hands down, one of the greatest rappers I've ever met in my life, in or outside the industry. You know, there's so many people that are of that caliber that can compete with or outdo your favorite artists here in the city. And it's like if people start to look for it, request it, show up for it, like participate, then it grows, and then we have more staying power, and then we can get the things that these other genres get that we're fighting so hard to get now.
Briefly, before we go, where can people find you and your music?
So my album is ricscales.bandcamp.com. That's R-I-C, not R-I-C-K. It's not gang related. Don't trip. And then Spotify, 18 Scales. The Soul Disciples music will be coming soon. We got a mixtape that we're wrapping up to hold it over until we wrap everything up, like behind the scenes with our actual project, Moonlit. I'm super excited about it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much. I've been speaking with hip-hop artist, curator, and promoter Ric Scales. And Ric, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
And that's our show for today. I'm your host, Andrew Bowen, in for Jade Hindman. Thanks for listening to Midday Edition. Have a great day.
Start your day with Morning Edition and wind it down with all things considered. Only on KPBS. From global headlines to local stories, stay informed, inspired, and connected. Tune in daily or listen anytime at kpbs.org.